If you've been following me for a while, you know that I am a huge believer in tracking macros. This is personally the method that I use to transform my body, lose weight, gain muscle, and achieve all of my fitness goals. And this is the structure that I use in my blueprint and with my girls on Live Elite, because I do think that it's genuinely the best structure to ensure a well-balanced diet and to teach healthy eating habits that last long term. So if you are somebody who is new to tracking macros, or if you've been tracking for a while and you just want to learn a little bit more, then this video is for you. So let's get started. So when we say we're tracking macros, what we're really saying is that we're tracking our macronutrients. Macros is just a nickname because it's kind of a mouthful to say over and over. If we go in and we break down the word macronutrient, macro means in large quantities, nutrient meaning it holds nutritional value. So we track the macros that we eat in large quantities, holding nutritional value. There are 3 macronutrients that we track in our diet. We have protein, fat, and carbs or carbohydrates. Each macro has a very distinct job within our bodies. Not all macros are created equal. First macro that we're gonna talk about today is protein. Protein holds 4 calories per gram. And you can find protein in a lot of different things. You can obviously find it in protein powder. You can find it in meat like turkey, chicken, beef, eggs. You can find it in milk. We love protein because protein helps us stay fuller longer, and it also is the building block of our muscles. So we love protein. We want as much as we can get within reason. Our second macro that we're gonna cover is fats. So fats have 9 calories per gram, and some examples of fats would be like our egg yolk, our cheese, our mayo, our butter, avocado, all things like that, rich and creamy that tastes rich and delicious. That's gonna have a high fat value in it. Fats provide essential fatty acids to our system, as well as they make food taste great and gives it a great texture. Our third macronutrient is carbs or carbohydrates. So carbs have 4 calories per gram, just like protein. And some great examples of carbs are gonna be all your fruits, all your veggies, bread, anything like that. Carbs are very important in your diet because they're the body's primary fuel source, as well as carbs are how our body gets fiber. That's the overview on our macronutrients. Now let's get into, if we are wanting to track our macros, where we would even start. Counting macros is relatively easy once you get started. It can be a little bit overwhelming at first. But if you are somebody that's already used to counting calories, this is going to be a very easy transition for you. It's just a little bit more specific than counting calories is. To be able to customize your macro protocols, we need to first find out what your overall calorie intake needs to be. The secret to weight loss really is all in the in versus out structure and burning more than you're eating. Tracking macros and counting calories is not a one-size-fits-all protocol. I could use the same macros that you're using and I could lose weight while you're gaining weight, or vice versa. So don't use anyone else's macros because their goals and where they are and their metabolism is theirs. Do what works best for you and get something customized for you, because in the long game, this is your body and you don't want to mess this up. So when we track our macros, we said before that it's just a more specific version of calorie counting, and that it is. So to be able to determine what your macros should be, we first need to determine what your daily calorie needs are. Remember whenever we talked about each macronutrient has a certain number of calories per gram, protein being 4, carbs being 4, and fats being 9? This is where that comes into play. So to be able to truly calculate what your body needs on a calorie level each and every day, we need to first find out your REE and REE, to then find out your TDEE. All of that is code for how much your body is already burning on a calorie level each and every day. To find this out, we need to ask questions like if you're male or female, what your activity level is like, and then we ultimately need to know what your goals are. Are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to gain weight? Are you trying to maintain? Once we know all of that information, we can come up with a protocol that's perfect for you. Macros are a great way to monitor your intake of carbs, fat, protein, regardless of if you're trying to maintain, trying to lose weight, or trying to gain weight. So after we find out your daily calorie needs, we'll go back in, take that number, and break it down into protein, fat, carb. If you're new to tracking macros, I would 100% recommend to start with the maintenance level macro protocol and then giving it a couple weeks to see how your body responds. If you are gaining weight from those macro protocols, then we can scale them back slowly and find what your true maintenance calories and maintenance intake would be before diving too deep into a surplus or a deficit and totally shocking your body. That's not the goal here. Especially if you're trying to lose weight, the name of the game is to get you the most amount of results possible while still eating the most amount of food. This is gonna keep your metabolism in a wonderful spot and gives us wiggle room to decrease as needed. And with macros, if you're working with a coach, the benefit there is that they will assess them very closely and adjust your protocols very slowly and very carefully as needed. And if you're working with a coach who is not doing that, I would advise you to get a new coach. I'm a huge fan of tracking macros because I do truly believe that it teaches you how to eat. Because I think it really encourages balanced eating and living a very balanced lifestyle. It teaches you how to balance your plate, what a well-rounded meal looks like, and teaches you a lot of knowledge about nutrition that you can carry on throughout your life, whether you're tracking forever or not. So one of my very favorite things ever about macros is the term IIFYM. IIFYM, or if it fits your macros, is one of the best parts about tracking for me and one of the reasons why I love it so much. Absolutely no food is off limits, ever. I could eat the same foods forever if I wanted to, or not. I can have a Pop-Tart and still lose weight. I can eat 10 salads and still lose weight. It doesn't matter, because since it's based on calories in versus calories out structure, and your overall protocol is based on your goals, and if you're trying to lose weight, maintain, or gain, you can do that with whatever foods you'd like. With If It Fits Your Macros, it allows you to eat whatever you're craving. It allows you to go out to eat and still hit your goals. Nothing's off limits. There's no bad foods. It's just maybe some foods have more nutrients than other foods. But either way, if you're eating everything in moderation and you're still hitting your daily values that you need to hit your goal, you can eat Oreos and lose weight. You can have ice cream every single night and lose weight. The longest time I was having 2 PB&Js a day and I was still losing weight. It's possible, it's doable, it's wonderful, and I don't like restriction. Okay guys, that's all I have for you all today. I hope you guys learned a little bit more about nutrition and about macro tracking, and if you are somebody who tracks macros, more power to you. I love that. If there's any way I can help you guys out at all, be sure to always let me know. But I'll see you guys in my next IGTV. Bye guys, love you.